Hey there, welcome to the Jeff and Heidi Show, where you're going to have the opportunity to listen to and learn from everyday entrepreneurs. Welcome, I'm Jeff Heggie. Welcome to the Jeff and Heidi Show. I've got my co-host, Heidi Anderson from ECI Secure Pay with me, and we are excited to be here today with the world's favorite sisters. And so I'm going to start off, I've known them for a while. It's Vicky and Chrissa. But I'm going to let them do their introduction. Their story's amazing, and I'm just excited to get into it and start sharing this. So go ahead and give yourselves a brief introduction.
Hi, thank you so much for having us. It's such an honor, Heidi and Jeff, to be on your show. We absolutely love what you're about. We love your energy. We love your heart for contribution, and your show is adding so much value to people. So thank you so much for having us today with you. So yeah, we are the world's favorite sisters. I'm Chrissa.
I'm Vicky. We're two sisters, as you can see. And we have a company together, and we help people create, grow, and expand their personal brand with videos that people fall in love with them. And we're passionate about, actually, we say all the time that we love to be the people that are the wind beneath your wings, so that we can get you to your goals faster, easier, and much more efficiently.
That's right.
So where did your story start? I mean, take us to the beginning of how you went from being just young ladies that were sisters to being a company in the video business.
That's right. Thank you. So we grew up in an entrepreneurial family with two extraordinary parents. Our mom's name is Eleni, and our dad is Dimitri, and this is our daddy here. So as kids of entrepreneurial parents, we basically got the whole experience of all the highs and the excitement of an entrepreneur, and also all the lows, with anxious, oh my God, well, it's going to happen, or oh my God, this is too risky. Are we going for it? Yes, we're going for it. It's working. Oh no, they said no, and all these things, all this beauty that is coming, in the business world. So we grew up ultra rich, first of all, in a wealth of, a place of love, of security. And then we had, unfortunate events where we also found ourselves, losing literally everything and living in a house with no running water and no electricity for over like 1.5 years in Greece. So from then we went and worked with companies like Sony Music, MTV. I started in the film industry as a makeup artist. I was doing coffees. I was doing like camera. I was doing literally everything. Vicky had her career, doing basically exactly the same on different paths. And from then, people, started asking us, can you do this for me? Can you do a little movie for me? Can you do this and that, And then they were asking, can you bring your sister? And for us, it was like a thing where we thought, okay, cool, let's do this. And because our heart was like, we want to make things happen for people, we didn't really see the value in it, if it makes sense. So a lot of things we gave also for free. Like, okay, you want that? Yeah, cool. Let's do this. We're going to have a coffee together. Yeah, we do a little bit of work. Do you want to get paid? Oh, no, it's okay. Well, we were groomed for success, and we were living in abundance. However, we didn't know how to sustain success. And also we saw an enormous, portion of pain when we literally lost everything. And then we had also a very interesting event where we had a house fire. We were literally saved, from a little small window. Vicky, our mommy, and our dog Noodles and myself. And from there, it has been a beautiful, interesting journey, and we're proud to say, that we didn't finish like the traditional school. So you could say that we also dropouts. So we're actually, if you have a category in your mind of, oh my God, these people were never going to make it.
Maybe
like,
even losers in your mind.
Yeah. That's us. You know?
So cute. I just ask you one question about your, the unfortunate event was your father had a heart attack and passed away suddenly, right? And you're in Greece. Now, and he was an entrepreneur. Was he in the film business? Did you learn the film business from him at all? No. What was his business?
Yeah, not at all, not at all. He was an import expert, and for you to understand, like I had from the age of 18 already like my first boutique, like a clothing shop. However, we had chains of restaurants, so we had a lot of people working in our factory. So we had a lot of things going on. However, we were not groomed for success, and the passion for movies actually came because we wanted to escape what was our reality, right? So we were literally, living every day and faking it and showing that, okay, we have like all our shit together, when in fact, we were dying inside and everything was fake, like beautiful red lipstick, as you see right now, and lashes, only that what was coming out was not the truth. Well, you see that if it's, authentic, all your energy, you can fake it, but people are gonna, people are gonna smell it in your energy. Energy is real, guys, and everything is energy. So we had a passion, to see what the big people are literally doing and succeeding. And after the house fire, I remember we were walking like with Vicky in Germany on the streets, and we were saying like, that's enough, like never again. Right.
So we actually went on a journey of transforming everything, and all the skill set that we had basically kicked in, and we started to use actually our resources and learn also new skills more intensively and with more intention. So from that point on, we completely transformed our life, and now we have the privilege to work with some incredible people in the personal development industry, entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, business owners, that we actually, the favorite thing about what we do is our clients. We love our clients.
I love them.
So I want you to share a story with us. Tell us about, when this house fire, when this tragedy happened.
Yeah.
How old were you? You moved to Germany, and you've got an incredible entrepreneurial story of, as you said, Vicky, taking your resources and the skills you have, and you kind of spurred on your whole career is what you've started. So share that with us.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we were literally everything was burned, right? So our identity was burned. We had just moved to Germany, and what happened was we needed also a job, because there was no insurance to back us up. We didn't have people who would open their home for us, to help us out. And literally everything was burned down. And I remember when we were saved, I was wearing like a pair of high heels. This was the only freaking shoes that I had. And they were also, with holes in front. And it was winter. And I needed a job, and we were walking with Vicky on the streets, and we were like, okay, what can we do? What can we do? So we thought of, okay, let's find like a beauty salon to, serve them with our expertise, like from the movie industry. I started, my career as a makeup artist. So I was an extraordinary makeup artist, and I was like, okay, cool. I have some cool resources there, so I can help them, create an event. So we went basically to this shop, to this beauty salon, and there was this lady, and we're like, yeah, we're looking for a job. And she's like, yeah, we don't have anything right now, like we don't need anybody, we're good. And then suddenly, like Vicky said, like we started to use our resources, and like, our brain simply spit it out. It's like, do you have any beauty products that you are not selling, And she's like, yeah, I have actually some, lipsticks and how do you say this? Eyeshadows and makeup that is so long there. I'm actually not happy with the investment that I did. I never got a return of investment. It's not working. And I'm like, cool. Do you have like 8 customers, 8 clients that would be happy to learn the skill of makeup so that they're beautiful, and when they're coming out of your beauty salon, they have also the skills, and have it handy. This would be extraordinary value for your beauty salon. And she was listening, and while I was talking, like like we were using our resources, and then I thought, okay, and we're going to create a video for you, and you're going to put it in your window so that you have advertisement, and you don't going to pay us anything, but if we are successful at the event and your clients, 8 clients, are happy with the services that we do, then you will give us a job. And she's like, okay, I guess, she thought we're crazy or something. So we left the shop and we look each other in the eyes and we're like, good, thank God. One problem.
Well, a few problems. We had no camera. We had nothing that we could make this video with. We had no video, obviously. So how were we going to make it? Well, with a good old laptop, overheating laptop that we had and we owned at the time. And this is exactly what we did. We created a video with a laptop. You can imagine us both just going around creating, getting the perfect shots, but with a laptop. and then we actually used my last money out of some savings that I had to buy this frame that we can put on the window for people to see and attract them into coming to this event.
Well, here I want you to imagine, this is literally our very last money, right? So we cannot help and support our family. And the brain is thinking, okay, freaking food? Or are we going to do something that, okay, our brain simply spit out? Because there was a possibility, however, the possibility was not there to grab it. We couldn't freaking eat it, right? You cannot eat it. And we chose to go with it, and thank God that we went for it. It was an extraordinary experience, especially for the ladies. Somewhere I think we still have pictures from that event,
yeah,
right?
we do.
We actually need to release this. This is so much fun. And everybody was so happy. Every client that was there on that day, like they spent over 500 and 800 euros each. Like the beauty salon owner, she was like amazed. The people were amazed, and we got a job. So this is how everything started.
How long did you work with that salon after that?
Oh gosh, it was actually not so long. But it was a very, very helpful, for us to have the next step, basically, because when you have an inner desire and you know that you want to make things happen, your brain, you always need to look at the next step and what's good for you, and in the bigger vision, especially, if we look at the season right now that we are, right, so many entrepreneurs there are, they're having setbacks. Some, they couldn't open their shops, or they need to now learn new skills suddenly to operate online, to also monetize online, to have their clients happy, to build like all these relationships, and it's not the same. So it's exactly, the same environment that we were. So there is no real difference, if you have been through struggles, life always is going to present you, with something else, and you need to grow. And it's always, a blessing, because when you go through it, in the middle of a problem is the possibility. And especially, in this season, we need to get the lesson, adapt very, very quick, put our stuff on video and go loud with our message, because people really want to get your heart, and they want to get, okay, what are these people about? Like, what's different from what you're putting out there on video than everybody else?
It's such an amazing story, because you basically started at the top, and everything was taken away from you. And it wasn't like you had a silver spoon saying, okay, let's get you back up at the top. You had to use your resources and the skills you had. And so I just love your story. So you're in Greece, you go to Germany, you use your resources, skills, you're in the UK now. I want you to continue this story, because where you went from there to where you are now, most people are going to look at that and say, I couldn't do that. Well, yeah, they did that, but I couldn't do it because of this and this and this. You guys had everything stacked against you and you did it. So tell us more about how you continued and got to where you are.
Beautiful question.
What's important to note here actually is that what's behind all of this is growth and the desire to grow, because there comes a point where, you know, you say enough is enough, because there's so much that you can tolerate. Something that happened with us is we were so high tolerant in everything that was wrong that we were stuck there. But the moment you realize that actually life is not supposed to be like that, you can have more, you can be more, and it's all available for you out there, then this desire with this intention behind you, it actually pulls you in the right direction. Instead of you struggling and trying to come out of something, now it becomes a force that is pulling you. And this is what happened. And we started to, we went to London and we worked in the film industry, which was the next thing for us in our growth journey. And then we created this business together where we, instead of having people ask, bring your sister over and bring your sister over, we now were creating what people wanted from us, basically.
Yeah.
So when you went to London, did you go to work for an existing company in the film industry and then break off on your own, or?
We were freelancers, you know, and hustling basically all along. So we never had like one job because, you know, of all this trauma that was going on. We were not, we didn't go all in. We were always, you know, having a few things happening going on. So, you know, always working with a few companies, always, you know, having it safe, but never, you know, really going for it. So when we chose to, and it was actually a request from people, which it simply happened. It's like, okay, they took us, and okay, you're going to create this, and we love to work with you. You know, it has been such a beautiful journey, and I want to highlight what Vicky said. You know, using your resources. Everybody, especially now, because if you look on our website, you're going to see us, you know, with a few famous people, etc., and they see, you know, the result. But I'm telling you, it's not the result, it's a journey. What I mean by that is, number one, who you are becoming. Number two, people are not seeing the process, and it is a process because everybody needs to be earning the right? And success needs to be earned every freaking day. There's no, I made it once, like a few years ago, and then that's it, right? It's also in our relationships. Okay, I'm married, I never need to do anything else for my husband. That's bullshit. No, you need to present, you need to sell, you need to be like fantastic, you need to show your love because you chose this person. It's exactly, you know, with everything else in your life. How we do anything is how we do what?
Everything.
That's right. That's right. So you see, people see something that is looking good on the outside, but then either they're going to say, oh, exactly how you said it. Oh, they did it. Like, I cannot do it. You know, and there's the thing. Opportunities whisper, and opportunities, they start inside of us, you know. They start inside of us. If you're having an eager desire and you're thinking, okay, I'm freaking having the same amount of hours as all the successful people out there, right? We all have 24 hours. I have a brain, they have a brain. It doesn't matter where I start. I freaking start, I'm breathing, right? They have this, that's good for them. Let's see, what do I have? How can I use what I have? And this is such a beautiful strategy that my sister shared. You're just genius. And it's so beautiful because, you know, it's so simple, but this is it. This is it. Like the biggest strategies, you know, you want to hear something extraordinary, but this is it. Because we just need to, you know, take a cup, our dad was saying, take a cup of tea, take a breath, you know, keep your heart pure and think, what do you have right now that you can use for your next step? You know where you want to be going. Keep your eyes on the prize, keep your heart pure, and use what you have. Well, we didn't have money, we didn't have freaking knowledge, we didn't study, we had a freaking house fire. We didn't know anybody, we didn't even have clients. Nothing. Nothing. We are a product of our environment. We completely transformed what was within us. And now, when our people are working with us, because we work in very close proximity with our clients, they're getting a beautiful juice to drink instead of bitterness, right? Because, when you push people, the truth comes out. Either it will be, stinky and smelly, or you will get the real thing. Well, we have been through so much, and I'm proud to say, that we're giving our best every day, to serve our people, to be a possibility for people with no possibility. What I mean by that is here and here.
Right. That's I love listening and having conversations with you. Well, you saw it this morning. I quoted you on Instagram.
Yeah.
As you're talking, I'm writing down all these things. So I'm like, these are such good and powerful quotes to live by. So I love having these conversations. So you get to this point. You guys, obviously, you've got the hustle, you've got the grit, and you've got the mindset that you can do things, that things are possible for you. Now, I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but how do you go from being a couple nobodies to being with the clientele you have now?
That's right.
And tell us about those clientele.
Well, actually, my sister already has said this. It's serving. It's serving first, because where we're coming from and what we went through, one of the biggest lessons that we learned was actually that through service, real service to people, by making real difference on other people's lives, then what's going to come back is going to come back 10 times bigger. It's going to be even greater than what you have ever imagined. So if your intentions are pure and praiseworthy and real and good, then your service will be heard in a much different way than this desperate, let me do everything kind of energy.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
I love that. You're great. Yeah. Like what Vicky's saying, I simply, agree. I mean, not only that she's the first world's favorite sister, but also that I absolutely love your mindset, and your heart. And she's always speaking, the truth. And this shows in the extraordinary, intelligent work that she does for our clients as well. Serve first. And what we mean by that, a lot of times, like ask myself, like in the past, I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to do this for these people. For example, I'm going to serve. I'm going to maybe give a consultation for free. But at the back, I wanted to get back something. Or, Chrissy, can you do this for me? Yeah, of course I can do. But I had a hidden agenda. Well, you see, when you're coming from this energy, right? When you're coming from this energy, and you feel when you're coming from this energy when it doesn't feel right inside. Because when you give, you give freely, there is nothing, where you think, oh my God, I gave too much. Oh my God, I spent like 10 more minutes on this phone call. I gave too much. Like if you're a coach, for example, right? I give too much value. Now they're going to go and do it themselves. Freak, they're going to do it themselves. They have no idea. That's why they're calling me. I mean, they cannot do it themselves. So stop being afraid and give freely, because what you give out, it's like your energy and you're getting it back. And it's the same thing, only when you give. Well, we are like one of the highest paid in our industry. And how we went there. I'm going to give you a strategy now, and I want you everybody to write this down because it's so freaking simple. First, you're going to be willing to give it for free. What do I mean by that? Exactly what Vicky said, without anything. That, you know what, if I'm dying like right now, I want to serve this person because I love to do that, right? Only then you can really charge for it, and you're going to charge your value, and you're like VIP people, they're going to get it. But if you're not willing to give it, you know, to make a real difference, we're speaking now, you know, to make a real difference in a person's life, you're never going to be able to charge. And people are getting this energy, you know, especially when you're in front of a camera, because there's no freaking camera. Come on, guys, like this is it. This is our life. We're always going to be, you know, recording now something and putting ourselves out there. So be smart and use it. Use video, use strategies, you know, that work, and not simply, you know, don't wait to look good or to think that you need to prepare and have it perfect. No, go out there. Take the first step. I know it's scary. I know, you know, like, oh my God, what will people think of me? Oh my God, how do I look? Like, do I have spinach in my teeth? Like, or whatever, you know? So what? You know, have a small mirror next to it. Say, okay, you look good. Give yourself a kiss. And then it's not about you anymore. Go out and serve on video.
I love that. That's actually the quote I put on Instagram today of yours was, life is right now. And I love that. Right. That's such a great way to look at things. All right. So the next step, I'm not going to blow the suspense and drop any names, but tell us that story.
Well, look, we have the honor and the privilege to have some high-end people that we have worked with, right? So we have done work for Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, for PW, you know, Veronica Tang, the owner of Success Resources, who we have the honor also, you know, to have as one of our closest people in our life. We call her, actually, we have the permission to call her mom. So, you know, all our clients, they are literally family. And why is that? Because we choose them. As you said, life is right now and our time is not coming back. So we need to choose with who we're hanging out with, you know, because who we're hanging out with is who we become. If I'm staying the same and I feel comfortable in my little bubble and I'm not going out there till I'm ready, I never will be ready because I'm imperfectly perfect, and it's perfectly fine, you know. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? So yeah, we have done some extraordinary work with hand clients. We also had, like, literally in this Corona season now, we're not allowed to share yet, but you know, we had one client, it's a little confidential, like a lot of our things that we do. However, well, we're allowed to share a little bit. So she wanted to sell her show on Netflix. You know, everybody knows Netflix, right? So she wanted to share to sell her show, and she had done prior work with us, and she loved our marketing material that we created for her. Well, she went to Netflix first with her series, and they said no, they didn't like it. So then she came back to us because she was like, okay, the sisters are going to make like things happen. So we took it on. We completely transformed it. We put like all our strategies that we have, you know, because we're coming from the film industry, right? So we were literally working and helping people, you know, at Sony Music from literally, you know, young professionals to become this extraordinary famous people. And we were in these conversations, in these makings, you know, so we got so much input and strategies and experience that we knew exactly what the heck they wanted. So we sit down with Vicky, we put on the strategy, we communicated it, we completely chopped it, change it. She went to Netflix, and Netflix said no. Well, but remember, when you have an eager desire, what will everything that we are basically, living, we're teaching it. It's not something, that we are not sharing with our clients. So we push her, and we push her hard. And instead of giving up, because, okay, it's the second time to be rejected, and Netflix is not so nice, right? I mean, it leaves something. Well, she went and she sold it to Amazon Prime.
Oh, awesome.
Right. So very soon, hopefully, we can share which show it is. I want everybody to see it then. So stay tuned, but we have beautiful results. We have, our clients, they have over like 220% increase in their income, So there are a lot of beautiful things happening. And it's not only video, but video is not enough. Video nowadays is not enough. You need to have, the strategy. You need to know exactly, okay, how you're going to put it, why you're putting it, first of all, because, I mean, this is time, and your clients, they're out there, and who knows who's serving them. And why aren't you there? There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You have a phone. You can reach people. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be done, and then you go back and you polish it up and you made it better, isn't it?
And to emphasize something that you said, actually, there's a golden nugget here. There's tons of golden nuggets, but the one I'm picking is basically when you get a no, when you get a rejection, it doesn't necessarily mean no. It just means not now. And if you take just that and implement it in your business, you can get thousands of no's. But like, if you think of, like Tony Robbins says, do you say your baby, you're not going to walk if he falls the first time? No, you're not.
Right.
So it's the same exact principle that you are applying everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that you said that.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it absolutely is. There's and that's the harsh reality is a no ends the journey for so many people. And really, like you say, you just don't say, well, you're not going to be a walker. We're not going to worry about you being a walker. No, they keep going until they learn to walk. So that's beautiful. The world's favorite sisters. Tell us the story behind that.
Well, look, what do you want to be known for, right? So if you're in business, guys, if you're starting a business right now, or if you're, already maybe like 10 years in, 20 years in, maybe you have like several companies, and you're making, you always, number one, you can like reinvent yourself, rebrand yourself, because as Vicky said, we're always growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. So it is really important to see and to communicate this also in your video branding. This is so, so important. Now, if you're starting out, and if you want to rebrand yourself, you need to do one thing. You need to say you need to declare to the world who the heck you are. Like, who are you? Like, okay, I'm Chrissy.
I'm Vicky.
Yeah, and we're the world's favorite sisters. So how did we do that? Because now, people are seeing us at big events, where we're speaking, for 500,000 of people. And when we go to the loo, to the toilet here in London, when we go to the loo, they're like, hey, how's your sister? Like, good. Oh, you're like one of the world's favorite sisters. Yeah. Well, how did we do this? Because from where we were, like two freaking nobodies, where every statistic would say that we're the loser category, that, with these people, we're not going to hang out. How did we become the world's favorite sisters? Now, when we go on stage, our hosts, they're presenting us as, okay, everybody, and here are the world's favorite sisters. So we come in and say, hi, lovely to meet you. We're the world's favorite sisters, Chrissy and Vicky, everybody. So how we do it is we made it up. How are you gonna do it? You're gonna freaking make it up. And guess what? As an entrepreneurial, you have this God-given gifts, or this gifts, inside of you, whatever you believe, that there are simply gifts. And if you have something that you believe about yourself, it's good, then get it out. If it's bad, you need to work on it. So you always take the good and you go with it. You go out. If it's something not so good, you're not sharing. Okay, you're gonna release it. So now, what you're gonna do? You're gonna go out and you're gonna say, okay, I am the world's #1 coach. Let's say we said we are the world's favorite sisters. So how is a collective belief formed, guys? So a collective belief is formed, #1, if I declare it. So I need to say it and I need to believe it. Okay, because I need my little voice to, shut up for a moment, because I'm in freaking charge right now. And I say in which direction we go, right? There's nobody telling us, oh, you cannot be famous. Oh, you cannot be the world's favorite sister. That's not true. If it's kind of something somewhere, then look inside, okay? Don't open it up, but look inside, from the outside. So #1, you're going to declare who you are. Then when people see this, and your energy needs to be strong and firm, because this is going to be freaking tested, right? This is going to be so tested, trust me. And it's going to be tested as much as you believe in it. So you need to be ready, because you're facing your own fears. People are always like projecting to us anything that needs like healing in us, So #1, you're putting this tabletop right out there. Then a person is going to say, oh, the world's favorite sisters. And you see, we have another lag. Now, let's say that you are creating some beautiful videos, online, and you're opening your videos, and we said, hi, we're the world's favorite sisters. And on video, people saw it. So we got another lag on our table, everybody. You see that? But still, it's a little bit unstable. So, if it's windy, life is knocking you out a little bit, or then we have, this voice and all these things. And suddenly, so you need to protect what you do, especially in this phase. You need to recognize in which stage of your business you are. You need to be smart. You have a brain. You know how to do this. Now, then these people are seeing this. And what is happening? You start giving value in your videos, and wherever you go, what you do and what you say is your how do you say Visitenkarte in English?
Your business card.
It's like your business card, everybody, right? So you need to be a stand for this. As soon as you give to the people say, oh, the world's favorite sisters. Mm-hmm. And then we had another show, and it was a little bit like this, especially the little voice in our brain. Mm-hmm. But then people came and said, oh, the world's favorite sisters. So lovely to have you on our show, world's favorite sisters. And you see, as soon as you have like 4 legs on your table, it's so strong. Whatever happens, outside, it cannot destroy it. It cannot destroy it. You need to be careful in the beginning. You need to protect it, because a lot of people, they go out there, they make one freaking small video and they think their life is destroyed, and then that's it. And they give up what you said. Guess what? Life is now, as you said, Jeff, right? Life is now. And if we look, at the cemetery, like dead people, it's like unfulfilled freaking potential. There is no limit. There is no limit. The only limit is that what we have inside,
Well, it's also like you say, you make one video and there's so much information out there. Like you said, I mean, we're bombarded with it constantly. So that video has to stand out. But also people, I just wasn't on Facebook or Instagram that day. And then so putting them out more than one, because there's that chance that they'll have a better chance of actually seeing it, right? Versus just doing one. And I really do. I hope anybody who's listening to this on a podcast, go back and watch this on YouTube, because you really have to see these delightful young ladies and the way they're when she's talking and describing things, that you can hear it, but it's really they're just energy, and they're absolutely beautiful. And I just can't imagine how much fun they are to work with.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Well, I love this. Now, one more thing before we kind of get to the final information. Who you work with, and just listening to you speak, and just knowing what I know about you guys, I know that personal development is something that's high on your radar. So just speak on that for a moment, because I think, there's so many people that, they've got this vision. I want to be successful. They don't even know what success looks like to them. They don't, what is your success? But not only that is, how do you get there? It's not just focusing on your job. There's so much more to it. And just listening to the things you say, who you quote, and like I said, the people I know you spend time around, I know you guys can speak well on this.
Thank you so much for this question. It's a beautiful question. So if you're an entrepreneur, who had struggle in life, who, maybe you had a few failures, maybe, life was tough on you, and maybe your family didn't support you, I want you to borrow right now our belief in you. And I want you to know that you matter, and anything that you have in your heart, we truly know that you're going to freaking make it happen. Now, if you're a family member and you have an overachiever in your family, if it is your husband, if it is your wife, if it is your beautiful sister or beautiful brother, or your beautiful child, we want you to speak life into them, okay? At tough times, we borrow our environments, believe in us, right? I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't have my beautiful sister speaking life into me. I wouldn't be here because everything that I saw was so much abundance and so much pain in our family, especially in the eyes of this beautiful, beautiful man, who was pure contribution, who was giving his all selflessly. And he was believing in something that nobody saw, and we were not groomed to keep this safe. And everything starts there, Jeff, exactly what you said. It's so important to support everything that you have, your vision in your heart, in your mind. It doesn't matter where you grew up. It doesn't matter who your parents are. It doesn't matter anything. What matters, it's your responsibility. There's a gift inside of you, and you need to protect it, and you need to always use your resources. And there are times, I get it, because I have been there, that you want to give up, but freaking don't give up. Like, never give up. And if you cannot, then you're going to borrow somebody else's belief in you. You're going to simply borrow, their words. And Heidi, you said something before, and I said, thank you, I received that. Right. Yes. And I'm going to give you a gift right now. And I want you guys to write this down, because this is important. I didn't believe in myself at all, because I saw abundance and I saw tons of money and tons of resources. And suddenly there was none. I saw our dad on the floor. I saw everything being destroyed. And also, like, being rich was bad because people were jealous. You had too much money, you had too much fame, and then, whatever. Like, there was so much trauma around that I didn't dare. So I started making, it. I had like so many jobs. However, I was not keeping it, because on a subconscious level, I was like, no, I don't want to end up like my dad. Oh my God, people are going to hate me. I will be like with no running water and no electricity. This was my freaking reality. So I made sure that I freaking, make crazy things, and I didn't really go for it, till the point where I borrowed my sister's belief, because she knew that there was a vision for the whole family and generations to come, and bless billions of people with our mission, and I borrowed this, and I started with changing my language. And when people, were speaking something nice about me in the beginning, I was saying, like, for many years, oh no, that's not me. Like, oh, you have nice hair, or nice top, or whatever, and I was saying no. And then I was giving the compliment back, and I was saying, oh, you look so beautiful today. Well, only till one day where a friend of mine, she listened to my words, and she's like, Chrissa, what are you doing? Like, try this out. You're going to say, thank you, I received that. Every time I'm giving you a compliment, and then you're going to teach this, like, to other people. I'm like, okay, it sounds a little bit stupid, but I'm going to do, you know? So, yeah, because it doesn't freaking, you know, we go out and we want to be liked and we want to look good. And suddenly, you know, you want to be a little bit like this, maybe not laugh too much because, you know, we have like this, you know. So, and I said, okay, I'm going to test it out, right? So I started saying, thank you, I received that. And what happens, something magical is happening here. When you speak these words, they're dropping into your heart, and your heart is really, you know, it's like little seeds. And then it's going back to your brain, you know, and it's reprogramming. It's like freaking clearing like your cells in there, you know, the stingy things where I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, you know, and it's becoming beautiful. And people actually, you know, enjoy you much more when you like yourself. So guys, test this out. And it's very simple. Simply say, thank you, I received that. If you go on our pages, like Facebook and Instagram, in the comments, I always write, thank you, I received that. I don't care like what people say. So I want to give this as a gift for you because it changed my life, and it's so small. But as you said, Jeff, you know, yeah, self-development, it's a way of being. It's a way of being. And it's, you know, it's not even, you know, I live by it, because if you live by it, you're not freaking in it. You know, you need to be living it inside of you, you know. Yeah, and how you do it, I think, and I feel, you know, Heidi, you are such a beautiful example. Doing your meditation, you know, we had the privilege prior to have a little bit, you know, a conversation, and you share with us, you know, that you invest some time into meditating, into priming yourself, and I think it's such a beautiful example, and everybody needs to do it.
Absolutely. I guess just get your mind in the right direction, and yeah, if I don't do it, my day never doesn't go the same. It doesn't seem to anyway. But yeah, no, it's and you guys have really given us a lot of gifts, and really can't thank you enough for being on the show and sharing your story and your everything about yourselves with us.
Absolutely. Will you share with us, I mean, you talked about Facebook, Instagram, everything. Share with us your website and anywhere people can find you and follow you and learn more about you and set up meetings with you and all those things.
Thank you. So look, if you have an eager desire, you know, to hang out with us and learn more about us, there's actually a way of a simple way of communicating with us. So you're going to go number one on our website. It's www.tolidoueducation.com. It's TOLIDOU education.com. And there we have a calendar thingy where there are a few spots left, you know, where you can book yourself in for a free consultation, you know, and we're going to see if this number one is the right fit for you, you know, where you are at your business right now, you know, how we can then strategically help you to go to the next level. So basically for us, it is important, as you see, to give back, to give value. So when you choose, you know, to get to know us a little bit better, number one, you're going to have a lot of fun, and number two, you're going to leave our meeting with gifts and solutions. Yeah.
Excellent. Heidi,
besides your website, like if somebody wanted to find you on Facebook, are you under your name, or are you under the World's Favorite Sisters? How do we find you, like, on Facebook?
Yeah.
That would be Toledo Education. So it's
okay.
the same handle that we have on the website.
Mm-hmm.
It would be also, or individually, you know, Vicky.
And on LinkedIn and everything. Okay.
Yeah. And also, you know, if you guys have any questions, like feel free, you know, to share with us. You can DM us, or you can simply, you know, share publicly also on social media. For us, it is important to give back and to see, you know, that we make a difference in other people's lives. Video is so important. If you are not on it right now, we are challenging you, and we want you to get your things right and put yourself out there and start serving people, because people really need you right now. And video is extraordinary. You know, we have so many beautiful results. Like we have literally in this season right now clients who were charging, you know, in Europe, they have their euros. So we have like one coaching client, and she had, you know, coaching package. She was selling it, bless her, for 500 euros. And it wasn't going so well, right? And then this Corona thing happened, and then she's like, girls, what am I going to do? So she basically invested, you know, in our program. And right now she's having reoccurring in the same industry, in the same freaking, you know, COVID-19 situation. Everything the same, even her package the same. We rebranded it, we put the strategies, you know, external, and we said we're working also backstage, but we work also backstage. So we put our nice strategies, you know, around her beautiful package. She's selling it now for 16K, everybody. She's selling it reoccurring. And these are real results of our people that are using our services. So there's no excuse, you know, thinking that, oh my God, this economy is like this, or oh yeah, these people did this, but I cannot do it. Because, you know, in the beginning, as we said, opportunities whisper. If you're hearing this message right now and you're thinking, oh my God, I really would love, you know, to have a life that I love and that I'm proud of, to have a life first, you know, where I'm serving my family, where I serve, you know, a greater purpose, and to have a business second, then yes, this is an invitation for you to come and join us, you know, see if we have, you know, what you need right now to go to the next level. And we would love, you know, to have a consultation with you.
That is so great. So I will put all the links in the show notes, but Toledo@education.com, you've got to check it out. I mean, I know if you're listening to this, you want to continue this conversation anyway, so make sure to set something up with them. Ladies, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for spending time with us, sharing all your nuggets and your knowledge and everything you have. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We don't want to go. We don't want to go.
I know. I wish you guys really could just get on a plane and come over here and hang out.
Yes.
Amazing.
I don't know if that's even possible right now, but maybe in a few months with COVID.
Yeah. No.
Lorenzo was here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you know what's crazy, because you see, like, there's so much to share. And there's also so much to share on social media, right? But if you think of it, you know, on YouTube, people are having like this 8-minute, 15-minute, like say 20 minutes max, right? Attention span. And then we're losing them, bless them. How can you serve? And then, you know, like a colder audience, you know, the message is completely different. So yeah, I really hope that we could, you know, add value to your show. Thank you so much for having us, guys. You are extraordinary.
You guys are delightful.
We love you. You're amazing.
Thank you. Well, I look forward to staying in touch.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Let's do that. And we would love to, let's do that. Let's arrange, you know, a call with both of you, and let's see what we can make happen, how we can come over there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll go on your calendar and see what you have available.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful rest or night.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.